And joining us for this portion of the program to talk about the economic impact from the coronavirus outbreak are Matt Pivarnik with the Greater Topeka Partnership and Jason Smith of the Manhattan Chamber of Commerce. Thank you both for being here tonight.
Happy to be here.
Great to be here.
All right, so let's start with Mr. Pivarnik. How's the economy in Topeka and the surrounding area handling this pandemic, and is it much better now than, say, it was in May or June?
Well, I do think we saw the beginnings of a great recovery, and really, if you take the last few weeks with the spikes that we've had and really a decrease in consumer confidence and an increase in fear, we're probably feeling the same pains that we were for a little while. The Topeka and Shawnee County is very poised to be able to fully recover because of some of the industries that we have in our community. But right now, our small businesses, I think, are really hurting, and it's been great. Our citizens have done their best to try to get out and support them. But it's not like it will be when we get to whatever our new normal and post-pandemic is.
Yeah, it's all about the balance. So, Mr. Smith, how is the economy being impacted in Manhattan and Riley County?
Yeah. Well, obviously, Manhattan is relying on the hospitality industry. Our two major employers are Fort Riley and Kansas State, and so we probably felt the effect of that more than a lot of other communities in Kansas. We lost jobs at a level similar to what the regional university cities lost. Even though our unemployment rate stayed lower, what we think happened is that we had a lot of students who had jobs, and when their jobs went away, they might have gone home. So the unemployment rate may be lower than it is in other places, but as a percentage, we lost more jobs. So we are very hopeful, obviously, that if school gets back and to some semi-normal level, that we'll see those businesses bounce back quickly. We, as Matt said, I think the locally owned small businesses are the ones feeling the effect the most, and those are the ones that obviously we're most concerned about.
Right, and so let's talk a little bit about what's being done now for the future. What are Manhattan and Topeka doing differently to reduce the impact and keep things successful? Mr. Smith?
Well, our businesses have been just incredibly resilient and creative, and so they are looking at all the different alternatives that they can to change their business model to accommodate the new normal and the things that are presenting themselves now and how they can adjust to it. We have changed the way our behaviors are in some degree. Manhattan, as Topeka, I believe, has a mask ordinance, and so we are trying to really pursue and push consumer confidence so that people feel comfortable getting back out and going shopping and going to eat and all the things that are important to our economy and kind of the foundation of our economy.
What about in Topeka, Mr. Pivarnik? I know that seal is pretty new too, and that's kind of the same thing.
Sure. Well, yeah, I agree with Jason. I would say if you think about the makeup of somebody who starts a small business, they already have gumption and grit, or they wouldn't have put their entire livelihood on the line to start a business, and especially a small business. So what we're seeing is gumption, grit, innovation, creativity, just a lot of. They're not giving up. I mean, they're working really hard. I would say they're frustrated that it's lasting so long, but what we're seeing is just a lot of creativity, innovation, and really just appreciate how hard our small businesses and, quite frankly, our business community is going at it to protect their livelihood and to serve their customers.
And so both Topeka and Manhattan both have, we have Aggieville and then we have downtown. A lot of local businesses, like you said, if people didn't care, they wouldn't do it. So what would you tell those restaurants, those bar owners, boutique stores? What do you tell them to keep them going, even though, it's hard? They're wondering what to do. Mr. Pivarnik, do you want to start?
Sure. Well, you know that we started a program called Host, where we actually went out and incentivized our small businesses. Fortunately, we have paced ourselves in those incentive dollars and what we're able to do. So we still have some of those available. We didn't go out just based on what's happening now. We didn't spend all of those. I would say press on. Don't give up. I mean, have that gumption and grit, and we will get through this. I mean, and that's what I would tell small businesses right now. I would tell our citizens, though, support your small businesses. We have a 150% increase in online purchases in Shawnee County. When you make online purchases, you're making a lot of those purchases from people that are not employing people in Manhattan and in Topeka and in Shawnee County and Riley County and Pot County. Support your local small businesses.
Mr. Smith, do you have anything to add to that?
No, I mean, I think Matt said it great. And we had similar programs when everything started. We worked really hard to connect our businesses to federal and state resources to make it. I think our number one focus is, number one, how do we get consumer confidence back? Number two, how do we create a community where Kansas State feels comfortable with students on campus? That obviously is a huge factor for us going forward. And so we are really pursuing the avenues we can to make sure that those things happen.
All right. So, Mr. Pivarnik, I talked with you directly over Zoom last month about how you tested positive for coronavirus. Has your perception changed in any way after you caught the virus and are now recovered from it?
Of course. Yeah, it's pretty catchy. I still don't know where I got it, so it's pretty catchy. I'm a little hesitant to say this. I was fortunate to not have a really bad case. And the reason I'm hesitant to say that is because I don't want my mother, who's sitting at home probably watching this right now, to think that it would be the same for her. And so I think I'm a testament that anybody could get it. I was trying to be as careful as possible. I got through it. According to Dr. Pizzino, I may have a little bit of immunity. I'm living my life as if I don't, but it does change your perspective.
And so it has to be hard, you know, wanting to have success for our city, but also respecting the virus, especially since you were directly impacted by it. So how is that balance going? Mr. Pivarnik?
Yeah. We respect the virus because we're supporting our recovery. I wear my mask because we're supporting the recovery. So respecting the virus, but at the same time, it's not that hard to support your local small businesses and to buy something locally. They'll bring it to your car if you don't feel comfortable going into the store or going into that place of business. So respect it, but support the recovery, support the people that are employed in this community.
All right, so this next question is for both of you. Are we losing businesses, and are local and state governments going too far in determining what can stay open and what has to close? So let's start with Mr. Smith.
Well, we've lost a couple that are really near and dear to our hearts, and obviously when things like that happen, it's demoralizing to the community, and especially when you have places that have been in business for decades. We have started conversations, or we're having conversations fairly consistently with our elected officials and our health officials about what steps can we take to avoid mandatory closures of certain businesses. Because during the initial closing, it was difficult to go to a small business who maybe sold clothes and have them ask, well, how come I can't be open and sell clothes, but someone can go to Walmart or go to Target or one of the larger stores and buy clothes. And quite frankly, that's a difficult conversation to have. It's difficult to come up with the answer. So what can we do in terms of social distancing, in terms of maybe limiting the amount of guests in stores, or to make sure that we don't have to close stores again. That's so critical. We had a great assistance from federal programs during the first shutdown. I don't know that we can count on that during the second, and a lot of these small businesses are hanging on by a thread, and I think any sort of closing is just going to start a tidal wave that'll be hard to stop.
Right. And Mr. Pivarnik, really quickly, how about you?
Yeah.
Do you think that local and state governments are overstepping at all?
Well, let me just take an opportunity to brag on our local government and quite frankly our state. But what I know here is that our county officials, our health officials, Dr. Pizzino, who you just heard from, Dusty Nichols, our mayor, they're actually taking the time to listen to businesses before they pass ordinances. We don't always agree, but they really vet what the business community has to say, and quite frankly take about 95% of the business community's recommendations. So there are days when I think they're going too far, but then they listen and then they tweak, and we appreciate that partnership.
All right, well, thank you both so much for being here with us tonight. We really appreciate your time.